Hi, and welcome to the Teranique Show, a show about hair, love, faith, and business. I am your host, Teranique Pennerman. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5 of our show. Today we're going to talk about, do braids really grow hair? Why is it that you've been wearing braids, say box braids, for about 2 months and you notice a lot of new growth and you're really excited to see how long your hair has gotten? You take out the braids and you discover that your ends are dry and brittle and you have to trim the ends off so that your hair still looks healthy. After you've trimmed your ends, you find that your hair doesn't look like it's grown at all. In fact, your hair has grown, but you didn't retain length because the hair that was entwined in the braids became dry and brittle and they just had to be cut off. Have you ever thought about the reasoning behind that? Where you're not retaining length and you're doing protective styling, every couple of months and you're just not retaining length? What about the initial process before you got your protective style? What did you do to your hair before you got your protective style? The steps before a protective style are very important. For example, did you wash your hair? Did you shampoo your hair to get rid of product buildup, dandruff, excess oils, and just debris? Did you shampoo your hair with a cleansing shampoo that strips the hair of dirt but doesn't strip the hair of your natural oils? So it's very important before you get a protective style or braids, you need to shampoo your hair. I know that a lot of naturals don't like to use shampoo because they feel as though shampoo dries out their hair, leaves it feeling like dry and stiff or looking dull. But shampoo is a fundamental process in a healthy hair routine. You need to be using a shampoo because what shampoo does is it removes bacteria off of the scalp. It removes product buildup. It removes all unnecessary molecules that are on the scalp that are coating the hair strand and causing the hair strand not to be able to breathe properly. So you need to use a shampoo. What happens when you co-wash? You're using a conditioner. The function of a conditioner is to condition the hair and to leave product on the hair. So when you're using a co-wash, which does not have a cleansing agent in it, you are essentially just adding more product to the strands. And you'll see that after a couple of months, your hair stops, you feel as though your hair stops reacting the way it used to react to your to products or stylers that you use. And that is because if you are just only co-washing and never using a cleansing agent like a shampoo, you are coating your strands and it's gonna be resistant to products like stylers, like gels, foams, curl creams. It's not gonna curl properly. And then eventually it's going to get dry, brittle, and break because the hair moisture isn't penetrating the strands to keep it elastic, to keep it healthy. And that's one of the reasons why a shampoo is essential to a healthy hair regimen. So first of all, you want a shampoo. Secondly, before you got your box braids or your cornrows, did you do a deep conditioning treatment? The purpose of the deep conditioning treatment is to help the hair become softer, more manageable, and to strengthen the strands so that they don't break easily from manipulation, right? So you can, deep conditioning is a good thing. In my opinion, I don't think you can overdo it with a deep conditioner. If you want to do a deep conditioner every week or every couple of days, I don't see anything wrong with that, because it's almost like giving your hair vitamins, right? But you have to incorporate a shampoo with your deep conditioning process or any conditioning process. A shampoo is essential. Thirdly, after you've shampooed and deep conditioned your hair before getting your box braids, you need to use a leave-in conditioner. The purpose of a leave-in conditioner is to allow the hair to be more manageable, so you can detangle it. It provides a lot of slip and a lot of moisture. This sets the foundation for healthy hair that will not break and will not get brittle as you style the hair or manipulate the hair in any way. After you have used your leave-in conditioner, you want to apply a light oil blend. What an oil blend essentially does is it seals in the moisture. Something that, some oils that are good for sealing in the moisture and are lightweight, oils like jojoba oil, coconut oil is also a good option. You can also use oils like castor oil, which are thicker. They're thicker oils, but if you're gonna get box braids, or braids in general, it's going to be harder for the braider to braid the hair with a thicker oil like castor oil, because it's going to be too greasy, right? So you wanna seal with a light oil. So those are the 4 steps you should do before getting a protective style, so that the foundation of your hair is healthy before you put the extensions, the braid extensions in. Number 1, shampoo. Number 2, deep condition your hair. Number 3, use a leave-in conditioner. And number 4, use a light oil blend to seal in the moisture. One of the main reasons why length is not being retained during the protective style of having the hair in for a month or 2 is because the hair is constantly, even though it's braided and intertwined, if it's dry and like you're moving the braids, you're whipping it, you're going out and the wind is hitting your hair is still being affected by external forces like the sun, wind, you have lint, dirt and debris that is piling up on the braids. And because your hair is already dry and brittle, it is vulnerable to these external forces. But when you have freshly washed, deep conditioned, and sealed your hair, then your hair is protected from all of the external forces and the manipulation, right? So you would see, if you were treating your hair properly before the box braid process, you're gonna retain length when you take out the braids, because your hair already had a good foundation, it's already moisturized. I would recommend that if you're gonna wear box braids, 6 weeks is good. 8 weeks, you're kind of pushing it, but that 6-week spot is a very good spot for protecting your hair and making sure that your hair is moisturized and it's not losing so much moisture. Going over 8 weeks, the effects of the deep treatment, the leave-in and the oil start to wear off. So you need to take out the braids, go through the 4-step process again, and then put your braids back in. Trim your ends and put your braids back in, and repeat that cycle to help you retain length. Another thing that you can do to help your hair stay healthy is use a spray bottle with water, and you can put like a light oil in there, or you can mix it with a leave-in conditioner, shake it up, and spray the braids every so often. So every 3 days or however often you think is necessary. Also, with the hairline that is exposed and growing, you want to put some moisture on the hairline. You can use a nice oil blend will work for that as well. So you'll spray the hairline with your water and leave-in conditioning solution, and then you can just put your oil on your hairline so that the new growth is being nourished as your hair grows out. One of the number one indicators that you need to take your box braids out is when you see there's new growth, and the new growth is so long that the hair starts to twist. And for a lot of us who are veterans with box braids, you know what I'm talking about. That is the number one indication that, hey, it's time to take it out. Because what happens as the hair twists, it can pull out from the root, and you don't want to have that traction alopecia happening, because sometimes it will pull out the bulb of the follicle, and then you can be dealing with some almost permanent hair loss, right? So if the new growth is probably, I don't know, maybe like 2 to 3 inches, or maybe that's too much, it's time to take it out. So anytime that new growth can twist into its own kind of look, it's time to take out those box braids before your hair gets permanently damaged. Another alternative or protective style alternative to box braids are natural braids. So instead of using synthetic hair that intertwine with your hair as a protective style, use natural braids. If you are using natural braids, you can leave this protective style in longer, because your hair isn't intertwined in another texture. It's your hair. So that if you use the spray bottle with water and a leave-in conditioner, that solution is actually penetrating your strands, right? So you can leave that in for like you can push it 8 weeks, 9 weeks, if it still looks good. And you don't have the issue with the intertwining, the twisting of the hair, because it's your hair. So you don't have any weight pulling down on your hair, causing it to break from the root. So try the natural braid options. There are tons of braided styles on Pinterest. Pinterest is a great resource for really chic braided styles that you can use with your own hair. You don't need to use extensions. Also, something just came to mind. The movie, The Woman King with Viola Davis, they had very beautiful, intricate braided styles. So you can use that movie as a resource for natural braided styles to help protect your hair so that you retain length. Secondly, top knots are a good option. Something similar to what I am wearing right now, where my edges aren't stressed at all. I use an elastic, not an elastic band, but one of those black, I don't know what you call them, the black bands that women wear sometimes around their head when they're working out. I use one of those. You can get them from Target or Walmart. I think they're made by Goody. And I just put my hair up and I brush it lightly. I will spray it with water, and then I'll put the Curly Bell Miracle Edge, the Miracle Scalp and Edge Treatment Gel on my edges, and it's made from biotin, so it actually strengthens my edges and helps it to grow. So I would put that on daily, and then my ends, I secure it with our leave-in conditioner and our Curly Tropical Oils blend, and then I twist my hair and I pin it down with bobby pins, and I can wear this style for a good 3 to 4 days before I have to refresh it. But the good thing about, you know, a top knot or like these updo styles is that the ends of the hair is secure. So they're not being affected by external forces like wind and sun, because they're secure. And it's easy for me to take my hair out, moisturize it with the leave-in conditioner and water, seal it with an oil, and then put it back. And my hair is not dry, it's not brittle, but it is protected. And it looks classy, it looks chic for a lot of, you know, our women who work in a corporate environment where you want to wear a hairstyle that you think is, you know, a little bit more elegant. This is a good look for you. Any type of updo where your hair is, the ends of your hair is secure, are great options. And also Pinterest is a great resource for looking for updos for all hair textures. It doesn't matter if you have straight hair, curly hair, wavy hair. Updos are a great option and a very elegant option for helping you to protect your hair and retain length. I hope that this talk about protective styling and braids was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I will try my best to answer all of your questions. Also, I will provide options, product options in the comment section for good products to use from the Curly Bell line. If you are in the process of getting a protective style or you wanna wear protective styling, products that help moisturize your hair, strengthen your hair, and just help you grow overall healthy hair. So I will provide those options in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Taranique Show, and have a great day.